We're on day 51 of our 60-day healing journey to establish healthy boundaries. This journey is for anyone who has a problem with saying no. If you keep saying yes when you really want to say no, if you want to start establishing healthy boundaries and you just don't know where to start, if so, this is the journey for you. We're on day 51, and the affirmation for today is, I naturally attract relationships that honor my boundaries. I naturally attract relationships that honor my boundaries. Okay. The only way that you can naturally attract relationships that honor your boundaries is if you have boundaries already established within yourself. What I mean by that is you have to already be the thing that you want to attract. If you haven't established healthy boundaries, then you won't attract relationships that honor your boundaries. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't go together. If you don't have boundaries set where you have released those negative things and those negative people, the negative situations, so that you're able to elevate and be in the better version of yourself, if you haven't done that, then how will you be able to attract those relationships that honor your boundaries naturally? It does not match. Think about it like this. Say you're a 10 and you have things that are bringing you down to a 5. Negative attachments that bring you down to a 5 because you haven't been able to create those boundaries. How will you attract other 10s if you're only a 5 at this point? See, that's just me breaking it down, but see how that works? How can you, it doesn't match. How can you attract those things that are higher vibration, the things that you really desire, if it's on a level 10 and you haven't set the boundaries to keep those things away from you that are making you go down to a level 5? I just wanted to break that down to like the most easiest terms, because a lot of times we expect things that we aren't. And it doesn't make sense. How can you expect this grandiose thing when you're not being grandiose because you haven't been able to, separate from those negative things that are holding you down, that are stopping you from elevating to the better version of yourself? How can you attract those things to you? You won't naturally attract someone that respects your boundaries or honors your boundaries if you don't have those boundaries for yourself, within yourself. If it's not imprinted in you, then it's not possible. So that's why we have to go through this journey and get to that point so that this affirmation becomes real. I naturally attract relationships that honor my boundaries. The somatic practice for today is stand tall, chest open, take 3 grounding breaths. So you're going to be standing tall with your chest open and breathe in deeply 3 times. You could do it more than 3 if you like. I feel as though if you could do this for like 1 to 2 minutes and just, stay there, you can calm your nervous system, get a little grounded. The visualization technique for today is visualize a magnet attracting respect and healthy energy. Visualize a magnet attracting respect and healthy energy. You are that magnet. That's what I was saying earlier. You attract things that match with you on some levels. It doesn't have to be exactly a replica of you. It doesn't have to exactly be mirroring you physically. But you attract things that are the same vibrational match that you are. They have to be on the same level in order for you to attract it. So that's the visualization technique. Visualize a magnet attracting respect and healthy energy. So we have to imagine ourselves being respectful to ourselves, showing ourselves love, showing that healthy energy, vibrating that healthy energy, and then attracting it back to us. The journal prompt is, which relationships feel reciprocal and supportive? What relationships in your life feel reciprocal and supportive? Who is reciprocating? Where's the reciprocity? What relationships? Are your friendships reciprocating? Are you getting back what you're putting in? Is your job giving you back what you're putting in? Are you being devalued? Or are you being people supporting you and people loving you and giving you that which you give out? If you're a loving person, are you receiving that love back? So what relationships are reciprocating that support back to you? The tiny boundary practice for today is enforce one boundary today with confidence. Enforce one boundary today with confidence. The bonus holistic tip is chew a grounding herb like mint or sage for clarity and focus. I hope everyone is doing well. We are at the end of the year. It's really hectic. This is a very important time to be using your boundaries, to be standing firm in what you believe, because there's a lot of commotion, there's a lot of activity. It could be stressful during this time of the year, and you definitely want to stay as healthy as you can, in high spirits, a high vibration, and that's where these boundaries come in, because they help you stay above what's going on. You're staying elevated and being able to look at things from a higher perspective because you've already set those healthy boundaries. So we're on day 51. We are about to wrap this up soon. I will see you tomorrow. Peace and love. Mwah.